So objectives for this presentation. So at the completion, the student should be able to do the following: recall electrification and magnetism and provide examples, review and discuss the laws of electrostatic, remember units of electric current, electric potential, and electric power, describe basic circuitry and differentiate series circuit and parallel circuit. Then explain the X-ray circuit and tube circuit or X-ray tube circuit. Also discuss ways on how to prolong X-ray tube life. At the same time, we should also know, or you should also know, what are the common causes for uh, X-ray tube malfunction. Okay? Okay. We should always remember that the primary function of an X-ray imaging system is to convert energy into or electric energy into electromagnetic energy. So meaning, from the statement pa lang na to, nakikita na natin kung ano yung nangyayari sa loob ng ating X-ray machine. Okay, so there is a conversion na electric energy. Yung electric energy yung input natin from the power source. Then it will convert into electromagnetic energy, which is the X-ray. So yun yung output. Okay, when the the projectile electron bombards the target, then the X-ray or the electromagnetic energy is produced. So yun yung primary function niya. In order for us to develop or to take body part images. So mapapansin nyo, itong tatlong to, yung picture, siyempre nasa busyong yan. So, anong meron? Conversion of energy. Diba? Letter A, anong energy? From chemical to light. Then from, yung letter B naman is from electric energy to mechanical energy. Then from letter C naman is electric to heat. Diba? So, as we remember the law, ano nga yung law na nag-state na energy is neither created nor destroyed, but it can be converted into one form to another. So, law on the conservation of energy. So, electrostatic is the study of stationary electric charges. So, we must put in mind that matter has mass and energy equivalence. Therefore, matter must also have electric charge. An electric charge can either be positively charged or negatively charged. Dahil sa electric charge, meron siyang potential energy. And the smallest unit of electric charge is either electron for negatively charged, and then proton for positively charged. And the fundamental unit or SI unit is coulomb. So 1 coulomb is equal to 6 times 10 raised to the 18 18th electron charges. Okay? So meaning the smallest charge is associated with an electron and a proton is siyempre kapag yan ay negative, so negative 19. Kapag siya ay positive, positive 19. Okay? So 1.610 to the negative 19 coulomb per electron charge or coulomb per proton charge. Okay? The electric charges associated with an electron and proton have the same magnitude but opposite sign. So yun nga yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina na dito na pareha sila na 1.0 1.610 to the negative 19, mababago lang yung kanyang sign, either negative for electron charge or positive for proton charge. Okay, electrified, the object that has too few or too many electrons. So yun yung tinatawag natin mga electrified materials or objects. Electrification, the process of adding or removing electrons from the object. At kapag nangyari ang electrification, the object is said to be an electrified object. So electrification is created by 3 ways: by contact, by friction, or by induction. Okay. So by contact, so siyempre when we say contact, alam natin yan na contact between two objects. Okay? Then friction, when two objects are in contact and then they are pressed together and moving from opposite direction. Friction occurs, heat occurs, and electrification occurs. And also by induction, kaya sa tatlo, yung induction ang kakaiba. Kasi when we say induction, it does not necessarily mean na may contact sila. Pwedeng magkadikit lang kahit hindi nagko-contact yung dalawang object, pero nagkakaroon na ng electrification. And that is what we will see later in the following slide. So, saan ba siya? Siya ba ay law of electrostatic o law of electrodynamics? So later, ma-explain natin kung saan nagamit dito yung induction. So yung induction ba nagagamit sa ating X-ray machine? So titingnan din natin. Okay, electric ground. So one object that is always available to accept electric charges from an electrified object is the Earth. So, di ba, sabi nga natin, di ko alam kung nakasama to sa inyong quizzes before or exam, that the greatest reservoir of electric charges is the Earth. Hindi electric clouds, hindi clouds with lightning, kung hindi Earth, the ground, the electric ground. Kaya nga, kung mapapansin natin, yung mga appliances natin karaniwan, meron silang uh, wire na tinatawag na usually na ground, na kung saan siya ay kinoconnect sa lupa, supposed to be. Okay? Yan. So ito yung example ng isang uh, grounding rod. So meron siyang grounding electrode na nakakonect sa isang appliance or machine. So any excess electric charge, okay, ay mapupunta sa lupa, and therefore hindi masisira yung ating appliances or yung ating machine. So importante yung electric ground sa ating X-ray machine. As we know, the X-ray machine utilizes not only a small amount of electricity, but it uses kilovoltage. Diba? So, napaka lakas na electricity ang ginagamit ng ating X-ray machine. Kaya kailangan na yung ating X-ray machine ay grounded. Connected siya sa isang grounding rod. So, these are the electrostatic law. So, number 1, electric field radiates out from the positive charge. So kung siya ay nagre-radiate out from the positive charge, so therefore electric field radiates toward a negative charge. Okay? Then unlike charges attract and like charges repel. And uncharged particles do not have electric charge. Okay. So makikita natin dito sa illustration, okay? Okay. So letter A, sinasabi dito yung electric field radiates out from the positive charge. So kung makita yung direction ng electric field niya ay outward. And kapag negative charge, siya ay inward towards the negatively charged particle. So therefore, kung ito yung unang premise, so mapupunta tayo sa attraction and repulsion. So kaya nga kung siya ay positively charged sa negatively charged, dahil sa ang positively charged outward ang electric field at ang negatively charged ay inward ang electric field, so therefore they will attract each other. Okay? In opposite naman doon sa like charges, so kung pareha siyang positive charge, parehas outward ang direction ng kanyang electric field. So therefore, magkakaroon lang siya ng repulsion. Hindi magkakaroon ng attraction. Ganon din sa negatively charged, parehas inward. Okay, pag nagtabi sila, so itataboy lang nila yung electric field ng isa't isa. And last electrostatic law, so uncharged particle or particles do not have electric field. So walang electric field ang uncharged particles. Okay? Clear ba? Clear ba yung electrostatic law? Okay? So may question kayo? Okay, let's continue. So what is an electric field? So na pakita natin kanina yung electric field ay siyang dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon ng attraction and repulsion. So electric fields, okay, are lines of force exerted on charged ions in the tissues by the electrons. So it causes charged particles to move from one pole to another, di ba? Sabi nga natin, siya yung reason kung bakit nagkakaroon ng attraction and repulsion. So, inulit lang dito na pag positive charge, points outward ang electric field. Okay? Kapag negatively charged, points toward the particle or points toward or points inward. Okay? So, ano ngayon yung electrostatic force? So, it is the force of attraction between unlike charges or repulsion between like charges. So, when the electrostatic field or when the electric field attracts each other, so yung force na nag-attract doon is what we call the electrostatic force. Or kung siya naman ay nag-repel, yung force that causes a repulsion is also called electrostatic force. So it is said that electrostatic force is directly proportional to the product of the charges. So ano ibig sabihin? So kung ano yung energy ng both charges ay katumbas din ng energy ng electrostatic force. Okay? However, inverse proportionality is also applied here. So, electrostatic force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two charges. Okay, so ibig sabihin, the closer the two objects or the two charges, the stronger the electrostatic force. Okay, but this electrostatic force decreases rapidly when the two objects or charges separates. Okay? So, mas malayo sila, mas konti yung or mas maliit yung energy ng electrostatic force. Mas malapit, mas malakas yung electrostatic force. Okay? Coulomb's law. So, electrostatic force is directly proportional to the product of the electrostatic charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So yan yung Coulomb's law. Okay, so formula for the Coulomb's law ay F equals K, okay, tapos times QA times QB over D squared. Okay, where F is the electrostatic force, ang kanyang unit ay Newton, QA and QB are the electrostatic charges with the units of Coulomb. Then D is of course distance, okay, between the charges, at ang kanyang unit ay meter. And K is a constant of proportionality, which is 9.0 times 10 raised to the 9 power Newton times meter squared over Coulomb squared. So yan yung formula for Coulomb's law. Okay? Okay, so ito importante tatandaan that electric charge distribution is uniform throughout or on the surface. Uniform in distribution. Okay? Sa buong surface ng isang conductor or ng isang object. So makikita natin dito yung copper wire. So yung surface niya, okay, is may uniform distribution ng negatively charged particle. Okay. Also, electric charge of a conductor is concentrated along the sharpest curvature of the surface. So, kung makikita natin dito, cattle prod. Ano ba yung cattle prod? Cattle prod is a device na ginagamit para piliting na gumalaw yung cattle, yung baka. Ginagamit yan ng mga uh, mga ranch o rancho. Okay? So kung makikita natin, ito yung dulo ng cattle rod. So expose yung copper rod. Okay. So sabi kanina, the electric charges are distributed uniformly sa surface. Kung makikita natin, uniformly. However, merong concentration ng electric charge or charges sa, sabi dito, sharpest curvature of the surface. Ibig sabihin, sharpest curve. Anong nasa ng sharpest curve? Siyempre yung dulo. Diba? Meron siyang curvature. Dahil siya ay may curvature, so nandun yung concentration ng electric charge. So, mas malakas ang electric charge dito sa sharpest curve compared dito sa the rest of the surface. Okay? Understood? Okay. So, continue. So, of course, we now go to electric potential. Ano ang kanyang unit? Siyempre, kung siya ay tinatawag sometimes na voltage, ang kanyang unit ay, of course, volt. Okay, so 1 volt is equal to 1 joule per coulomb or 1 potential energy per charge per unit charge. Okay? Then electrodynamics, study of electric charges in motion. So there are 4 electric states of matter. So we have conductor, insulator, semiconductor, and superconductor. Ano pagkakaiba nila? Conductor, any substance uh, through which electron flow easily. While insulator, may characteristic pa. So, variable resistance. Paiba-iba ang kanyang resistance. Obeys the Ohm's law. Requires voltage. Siyempre, kaya nga siya ay flows ng electrons easily, di ba? Then, so example nito ay copper, aluminum, and water. Then, insulator, any material that inhibit or does not allow electron flow. So characteristics, does not permit electron flow, extremely high resistance, necessary with high voltage. Okay, bakit siya necessary with high voltage? Para makontrol niya yung uh, voltahe. Okay? Example, glass, rubber, and clay. Then semiconductor, so it acts as either an insulator or conductor. So can be conductive, can be resistive. Okay, basis for computers, particularly yung mga uh, computer microchips. Okay? So example niya ay silicon and germanium. Of course, superconductor, any materials that allows electrons to flow without resistance. Okay? So, kung yung insulator ay very high resistance, itong superconductor walang resistance to allow electron flow. Ibig sabihin, the electron flow ay mag-flow very easily. At hindi rin kailangan ng voltage. Okay? And must be very cold. Okay? So, ayan yung example natin, titanium and niobium. Diba? Superconductor, yung ating magnet sa MRI. So, isang condition is kailangan very cold. Kasi nga, dahil wala siyang resistance, dahil walang resistance, so yung heat na naproproduce, walang mag-absorb. Dahil walang mag-absorb or walang magko-control ng heat, kailangan ay malamig yung environment. Diba? Kaya doon kanina, yung insulator, di ba, nakalagay doon na kailangan may insulator kapag high voltage. Bakit? Kasi high voltage produces high heat or extreme heat. At kapag nag-produce siya ng heat, so ang ginagawa ni insulator, it absorbs the heat. Okay. So, dito, wala mag-absorb ng heat. Wala ang insulator. Diba? At patuloy yung flow ng electron. Walang mag-resist, walang resistance. Kaya yung heat niya ay nagbi-build up. So in order for the heat to subside or to become lower, kailangan ng uh, very cold temperature. Okay, so superconductivity, na-discover siya noong 1911. So, ayan. The property of some matter to exhibit no resistance below a critical temperature. Okay, so William Shockley, okay, siya naman ang nag-demonstrate ng semi-conduction. So, ito yung ating summary ng electric states ng matter. Okay? Okay, so may question ba before we proceed to the electrical circuits? Okay, so let us continue. Electric circuits. So the path of electron flow from a generating source through the various components and back again to the generating source. So yan yung basic definition ng isang electric circuit. Okay, so sa image or both images, okay, when we say generating source, siya ay yung ating battery. Okay, so flow of electron. Okay, ano sabi natin kanina sa electric charge? So from the battery, paano magta-travel ang electricity or ang electron flow? Saang side mag-uumpisa ang cycle? Siya ba ay mag-uumpisa dito, positive side or negative side? Okay, positive ba or negative ba? Saan siya mag-uumpisa? Yung flow ng electron. Okay? Kailangan remember the electrostatic law. Saan siya mag-umpisa? Positive side or negative side? Saan? Negative side. Positive side. Okay, why negative side? Bakit ne? Kasi, ulit, outermost shell. Okay. So how about positive? Bakit positive? Okay, so of course the correct answer is from the positive side. Doon mag-start ang electron flow. Tama, because the electron field is outward, di ba? Outward. At ang negative ay inward. So, ganun din sa electron flow. Sa path ng electron flow. Okay? So, let us continue. So, electric current, anong unit ng electron current? Electric current. So, it is the flow of electron through a conductor. So, ang kanyang unit ay anong unit ng electric current? So, direction niya ay always opposite the electron flow. So, measured in amperes. So, 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb per second or 1 electric charge per second. Okay? Electric potential. So, ayan, balik na naman tayo kay voltage or volt. 1 volt is to 1 joule per coulomb. Then, electric resistance is measured in ohms with the symbol of the Greek letter omega. So increasing electric resistance results in a reduced electric current. Okay. Dahil napakilala na natin yung resistance, yung current, and of course, the voltage. So, umpisa na tayo sa Ohm's Law. So, Ohm's Law, the voltage across the total circuit or any portion of the circuit is equal to the current times the resistance. So yan yung ating Ohm's Law. So tandaan nyo pa ba ang Ohm's Law? Okay? Recite nyo nga Ohm's Law. So recite nyo Ohm's Law. Ohm's Law states that naku, nakalimutan na si Ohm's Law. Lumabas sa board, nakalimutan. Sayang. Basic pa naman. 1 point na sana. So Ohm's Law states that, diba? As long as you know the formula, you can state the Ohm's Law. Anong formula ng Ohm's Law? Ano? BIR? Hindi nyo ma-state ha. Okay? So B equals IR. Okay, the voltage across the total circuit is equal to the current times the resistance. Diba? Kapag alam mo yung formula, ito lang yung formula. Okay? So, the voltage across the total circuit or any part of the circuit is equal to the current times resistance. Okay? So, yan yung ating mga formulas. Tandaan nyo pa ba sila? Siyempre, tandaan nyo pa sila. Okay? So, don't forget the triangle. Okay. Let us continue. So there are two basic types of electric circuits. So the series circuit and the parallel circuit. Okay? So yan sa illustration yung ating circuits. So series circuit, all circuit elements are connected in a line along the same conductor. Diba? Isang conductor lang yung dinadaluyan ng electron flow. Magkakadugtong. Okay? Series. Positive, outward, yan, of course. Then, negative, inward. Okay, so rules for series circuit. The total resistance is equal to the sum of the individual resistance. The current to each circuit element is the same and equal to the total circuit current. And of course, the sum of the voltages across each circuit element is equal to the total circuit voltage. So, kung interpret natin to sa formula, yan. Ayan ang kanyang formula. So, resistance, the total resistance is equal to the sum of all individual resistances. Okay? The current in each circuit element is equal to the total circuit current. And the total voltage is equals to the sum of the voltages in each circuit element. Okay? So, dito, ang equal ay current. Okay. Okay? So, naalala nyo na ba? Okay, so proceed na ba tayo sa uh, parallel? Sige, let us see. Thank you. Parallel circuit naman, elements or each circuit elements are connected at their ends rather than lying in line along a conductor. So, ito yung bawat circuit element. Circuit element 1, circuit element 2, circuit element 3. They are connected daw sa ends. Okay? So, that makes a parallel. So, kung maputol ang isang circuit element, so patuloy pa rin na gagana yung dalawang light bulb. Okay? Kasi dumadaloy pa rin yung electrons or yung electricity sa kanilang circuit elements. So, yan yung parallel. And of course, meron ding rules for parallel circuit according to Ohm's law. So the sum of the currents through each circuit element is equal to the total current. And the voltage across each circuit element is the same and is equal to the total circuit voltage. And the total resistance is the inverse of the sum of the reciprocals of each individual resistance. So therefore, the formula is yan, total current is equal to the sum of all individual current. And the total circuit voltage is the same for each voltage in each circuit element. And of course, yung resistance is 1 over RT kasi nga siya ay inverse ng sum of each of the reciprocal ng each circuit element or ng each resistance. So, 1 equals or 1 over RT equals 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3 or kung ilan pa yung circuit element. Okay? May question? Wala. Okay. So ito yung mga symbols ng basic symbols and function na makikita natin sa isang electric circuit. Okay, so we have resistor, yung wavy. So resistor inhibits the flow of electron. Battery provides electric potential or power source. Then capacitor momentarily stores electric charge. Then the ammeter measures electric current. Voltmeter measures electric potential. So bakit kailangan nating alamin to? So later mamaya papakita natin kung saan to makikita sa ating circuit. And of course, switch turns on or and off by providing infinite resistance. Kaya syempre pag naka-off siya, So, may resistance. As long na hindi mo siya i-on, hindi mawawala yung resistance niya. Then, the transformer, okay, and rheostat, a variable resistor, and diode allows electron to flow only in one direction. Okay, bakit? Kasi nga merong AC and merong DC. Diba? Naalala niyo ba si AC and DC? Sa later? Yan, si DC. DC or direct current, electrons that flow in only one direction. Okay. So before, karamihan ng mga appliances and power plants sa US ay direct current. So yan yung graph ng direct current. Straight line lang siya. Okay. While for alternating current, so electron flows alternately in opposite direction. So meron siyang para siyang wave. Okay? Diba? Alternating current. So ito yung una, then pabalik. Okay? So yan yung pattern niya. So 60 Hz ang current. So waveform or graphic representation of a wave. So of course, yung DC straight line lang, yung ACI sinusoidal wave. Okay? So electric power measured in watts. 1 watt is equal to 1 ampere times 1 voltage. So basically, formula ng electric power, how to get electric power is P equals IV or P equals I squared R. Okay. Where P is power in watts, I is the current in amperes, V is electric potential in volts. Alternatively, yan, P equals I squared R. So, syempre, yung I ay current in amperes squared, where R is resistance in ohms. Okay? So, example, if the cost of electric power is 10 centavos per kilowatt hour, how much does it cost to operate a 100-watt light bulb an average of 5 hours per day for 1 month? So, let us solve. Bad may boses to. Gusto. Paano ba tanggalin? Isip. May boses. Okay. So, una-una, kailangan isolve muna natin yung total time. Diba? So, sabi sa problem, Diba? Ang total time is 5 hours per day for 1 month. Okay? So, 30 days per month, tapos 5 hours per day. So, sa 30 days, merong ilan? 150 hours. Tama ba? So, 150 hours per month ang magagamit natin. Tama ba? So, ayaw mo sumagot. Sige. 150 hours per month yung total time. Okay, total power. Compute natin. So, anong formula? Hindi pa pala kasi 100 yung 100 watts yung bulb, di ba? So, 100 hours or 150 hours times 100 watts. Okay. So, meron siyang 15,000 watt hour per month. Ang total power consumed ay therefore 15,000 kilowatt hour per month. So magkano daw ang isang kilowatt hour? 10 centavos. Diba? So kung 10 centavos ang per kilowatt hour, so we have 15 kilowatt hour. So 15 kilowatt hour per month times 10 centavos na 15 kilowatt hour. So, magkano? 150 pesos per month. So, 150 pesos per month lang ang magagastos for the cost of the electric power. Nakuha nyo ba? O talaga? Diba? Ang formula lang natin is uh, power times ampere times the uh, yun, power times ampere and voltage. Pero based sa problem, kailangan natin i-compute kung magkano yung nagastos. Kaya, ang dami nating sinolve muna. Okay? So, ito, another, kayo mag-compute problem. An X-ray imaging system that draws a current of 80 ampere is supplied with 220 volts. What is the power consumed? Okay, may sagot na kayo? What's your answer? Ano sagot nyo guys? So, may mga sagot na kayo. Check natin ha. Okay, so formula P equals IV. So, yung current natin is 80 amperes. Yung ating voltage is 220. So, the answer is 17,600 watts or 17.6 kilowatts. So, remember na ang SI unit natin for uh, power is kilowatt. Okay, so, kailangan natin siyang i-convert to kilowatts. Okay? So, tama naman, 17,600 watts or 17.6 kilowatts. Okay, so another one. The overall resistance of a mobile X-ray imaging system is 10 ohms. When plugged in a 110 voltage receptacle, how much current does it draw? Or how much power is consumed? Okay, so dalawang problem, di ba? Okay? Dalawang problem. So, dahil dyan, dalawang formula ang gagamitin. Di ba? Dalawang formula yung gagamitin. So, parehas na formula. Power equals uh, current times voltage. Tapos yung isa is power equals current squared times resistance. Okay. So compute. Formula. Okay. So yan yung dalawang formula. So anong unang gagamitin? Nakuha niya na yung current kung ilan. Oh, may isa pang formula tayo na hindi ba nakalimutan niyo na isa pang formula? Porque sinabi kong dalawa lang. Siyempre hindi, meron pang isa, di ba? Paano natin kukunin ng current? Diba? Another formula is B. So, paano natin kukunin ng current? Voltage divided by the resistance. Tama? So, ano sagot? How much current does it draw? So, we have how much current? Very good, 11 ampere. 11 ampere. So, kung meron ka ng 11 ampere, okay, so masosolve mo na ang power. Masosolve mo na to. Masosolve mo na to. Power. Alin man sa dalawang formula na yan ay pwede mong gamitin. Parehas kaya ang sagot? So, anong sagot? Okay, move tayo dito. Okay, so, power. So, 11 ampere times 110 voltage equals to 1,210 watts. Or yung isang formula, so 11 squared times 10 ohms. So, sagot ay same pa rin. Okay? Nakuha ba? May question ba? May question? Okay. Walang question o meron? Okay. Let us continue. So, papasok naman tayo sa another topic. Gusto niyo ba mag-break o diretso na tayo? Okay. Let us continue. So, we will be discussing about magnetism. So, yeah, interaction of matter and magnetic fields, the laws of magnetism, okay, relationship between electricity and magnetism, and of course, the electromagnetic induction laws. Okay, So any charged particle in motion creates a magnetic field. Okay, so yan ay importante. So ang ibig sabihin, ang gumagalaw lang na charged particle ang merong magnetic field. Any stationary charged particle, wala siyang magnetic field. Okay? So magnetite or oxide of iron or lodestone or lithium stone. So yan yung origin ng ating magnet. Okay? So yun nga, sinabi natin kanina. So magnetism, the fundamental property of some forms of matter. So it has no smallest unit. Okay? So wala siyang smallest unit unlike the electric charge. Okay. Electric charge ano only ang kanyang smallest unit. So we have the electron and the proton. Then we have to go to the electron spin. A property created when electrons behave as if they rotate on an axis. So yan yung electron spin. So electron in motion, it creates a magnet. Sorry, wala yung aking pointer. So it creates magnetic field lines. Okay. Yung magnetic field lines niya ay pabilog. Okay? So, in that sense, kaya siya ay parang umiikot yung electron. So, yung electron spin ay nano-neutralized into electron pairs. Kapag siya ay nagkaroon na ng katabi na electron, so hindi na siya magkakaroon ng hindi na siya mag-spin. And this electron spin also creates the magnetic field. Okay? So, yan. Again, kung makikita natin dito, yung may principle pa rin dito ng electricity or ng electrostatic. So, tingnan muna natin what is magnetic moment. So, ano ba ang magnetic moment? Na diniscuss niyo sa MRI? Tama ba? So, magnetic moment, a nuclear magnetic dipole created when a magnetic field is created by spinning electric charge. So, in this case, proton, umiikot siya at nag-create siya ng magnetic field. Okay? Magnetic field. Paano siya naging dipole? Kasi siya ay dalawa yung polar, yung pole. Okay? So, di ba? Ang ating positive charge ay outward. So, pa-outward yung direction ng kanyang magnetic field. Okay? Pa-outward. So, nagko-connect yung parehas na magnetic field. Kaya siya ay nagkakaroon ng parang bilog na magnetic field. Pero doon sa iba, habang lumalayo ay humihina, di ba? Kaya hindi siya nakaka-connect na. Okay? So magnetic moment is the basis for MRI. So yung principle na yon, Yun yung nagiging or principle or fundamental ng MRI. Yung spin ng isang charged particle. Diba? We have kaya nga yung proton nag-spin siya into 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and vice versa. We have the T2 relaxation time, T1 relaxation time, then we have the proton density, etc. And dipolar or bipolar, a magnet that has two poles. So yung pole niya ay south and north. Magnetic dipole, the small magnet created by the electron orbit. Then magnetic domain, accumulation of many atomic magnets with their dipoles aligned. So yung magnetic domain, na-discuss din yan sa inyong discussion ng MRI physics, di ba? Na kung saan nag-align yung mga dipoles nila. In ferromagnetic materials, daw randomly oriented ang dipoles or yung kanilang yung dipoles ng material. Kaya pag in-applyan siya ng magnetic field at nag-align siya into one direction only. Okay, so yan yung example. So magnetic dipole. Okay? So pag nagkaroon siya ng magnetic field, yan. Nagkaroon lang ng isang direction. Okay? So magnets are classified according to the origin of their magnetic property. And magnetic permeability is the ability of a material to attract the lines of magnetic field intensity. So, isang magnetic permeability sa property ng isang material. Okay? And therefore, nakasalalay sa magnetic permeability kung paano natin ma-classify ang isang material. Kung siya ba ay ferromagnetic, diba? Or non-magnetic, or etc. Okay, so there are three principal types of magnets. Naturally occurring magnets. Second is artificially produced permanent magnets. Then the electromagnets. Okay? So katulad ng electricity na meron siyang merong four states, electric states of matter, meron din four magnetic states of matter. So ano tong four magnetic states of matter? So yan na yung non-magnetic, diamagnetic, paramagnetic, and of course, we have the ferromagnetic. So all matters can be classified in which it interacts with the external magnetic field. So, makla-classify sila dito sa apat na to, depende sa interaction nila sa external magnetic field. Or yung magnetic permeability nila. So non-magnetic field, usually mga materials ay wood and glass. Anong characteristics? Unaffected by a magnetic field. So meaning, hindi siya na-attract sa magnetic field. Hindi rin siya nare-repel sa magnetic field. Okay? Next is diamagnetic. So this type of materials ay water and plastic. So weakly repelled from both poles of a magnetic field. So weakly repelled daw. they can be repelled but mahina lang. So to the point na hindi natin na-observe na sila ay nare-repel talaga. Then, third is paramagnetic. Example niya is gadolinium. Weakly attracted to both poles of magnetic pole. Okay? Then, last, ferromagnetic, iron, nickel, or cobalt. So, characteristic ay they can be strongly magnetized. Okay? So, let us proceed. Magnetic susceptibility, the degree of which a material can be magnetized. Ba, yung word na susceptibility, parang kumbaga sa tao at sa infection is mahina yung kanyang immune system kaya siya ay susceptible sa sakit. So ganun din dito sa magnetic susceptibility. Ibig sabihin, yung characteristic ng isang material ay madali siyang ma-magnetize. So, siya ay description, yung magnetic susceptibility. So, example, kapag wood, low magnetic susceptibility. Kapag iron, high magnetic susceptibility. So, yung mga ganon. Okay? Then, hysteresis. Okay? Hysteresis is a condition wherein materials are very susceptible, are also reluctant to lose their magnetism. So, saan ba natin narinig tong hysteresis na to? So later, maririnig ulit natin tong hysteresis pagdating natin sa discussion ng transformer. Pero dito sa magnetism is siya daw ay isang condition na kung saan yung ibang materials na very susceptible, ibig sabihin na highly susceptible ay nagkakaroon ng decrease sa kanilang magnetic property. So hysteresis yun. Usually ay parang nagsha-shed off siya ng counting power, magnetic power or magnetic force. Nababawasan siya ng magnetic property. Hysteresis. Okay? Okay, syempre pole, magnetically charged end of a material. North and south. So magnetic loss. Like magnetic poles repel, unlike magnetic poles attract, imaginary lines of magnetic pole or magnetic field leaves the North Pole and imaginary lines of magnetic field enters the South Pole. So, kung makikita nyo, meron siyang similarity when it comes to the electric charges sa electrostatic laws. Diba? Yung North Pole can be equated into positively charged. And then your South Pole can be equated into the negative charge. Okay? Okay, question. Sa magnet na katulad nito, Saan pinakamalakas ang magnet? Or saan pinakamalakas ang magnetization? Saan part? Saan part? How about sa U-shaped magnet? Saan part ang pinakamalakas ang magnetic field or magnetization? Saan part? Anong parehas? Tinatanong ko kung saan parte sa bahagi ng magnet. Dito ba? Dito ba? Dito ba sa gitna? O pag yung magnet? Dito ba? Dito? Or dito? Or dito? Or dito? Saan? Sa pole. Sabi niyo sa pole. Saan pole? North Pole. How about South Pole? Sa gitna. Sa gitna ba? Parehas lang ang saan? Both poles. So very good. So kung makikita nyo naman sa illustration, di ba? Kung saan nagmumula at saan papunta yung magnetic field. Yung imaginary line sa magnetic field, di ba? Wala siya sa gitna. Walang magnetic field line sa gitna. Dito rin, di ba? Sa lower part, walang magnetic field lines. So meaning, ang magnet ng makaka-magnetize lang dyan na malakas is the poles, the both side ng poles. Ngayon, kung ito gitna, pinutol ko, pag pinutol ko siya, so magkakaroon na siya ng another south pole at another north pole. Nakakuha nyo ba? And therefore, instead na kapag pinutol ko siya, hindi na siya papunta dito. Hindi na siya papunta dito. Kung hindi, papunta na siya dito. At dito. At yung kalahati naman nito, pag ano na siya. Okay? So meaning, pag pinutol ko siya sa kalahati, yung gitna, yung pinagputulan ko, magiging siyang another pole. And therefore, yun na isa na siya sa magiging mataas ang magnetization. So same with this. Kapag pinutol ko siya dito, sa gitna, yung U, ginawa kong J. So, ito yung north, nandito yung south. Nandito yung north, nandito yung south. So, pag ano na siya, pababa. Siya naman, pataas. Okay? Naintindihan ba? Naintindihan o nagulo? Let us okay, let us continue. So magnetic induction, the process of making ferromagnetic material into magnetic material. So magnetic induction. So magnetic lines of induction. So yun na yun, imaginary field lines. So ganito yung uh, nangyayari sa uh, induction, magnetic induction. Okay? So ferromagnetic material such as iron attracts magnetic lines of induction, whereas non-magnetic materials such as copper does not. So, kapag tinabi mo lang siya, sabi ko nga, di ba, not necessarily katabing-katabi or magkadikit sila. So, nagkakaroon ng induction. Okay? In this term, magnetic induction. So, yung kanyang magnetic field lines from the North Pole, okay, dadaan siya dun sa iron. Maagip kasi yung iron. Okay? Then, papunta siya sa south. Paulit-ulit lang yan, paulit-ulit, hanggang sa si iron na ferromagnetic ay maging magnetic. Magkakaroon siya ng magnetic properties. Pero si copper, kahit na nandyan siya si copper, kahit itabi mo pa siya kay magnet, hindi siya magkakaroon ng magnetic properties. So example nito, nakakita na ba kayo ng mga screwdriver na nakakamagnet ng screw? Diba? So usually ang ginagawa ng mga uh, gumagamit nito ay dinidikit sa magnet para magkaroon siya ng magnetic properties. Pero actually hindi mo naman siya kailangan idikit. Kahit malapit lang siya doon sa magnet, magkaroon na rin siya ng magnetic properties. Pero yun nga, para mas mapadali yung induction, yung magnetic induction, ay dinidikit talaga nila sa magnet yung screwdriver. And therefore, namamagnetize nila or namamagnetize ng screwdriver yung mga screws na gagamitin para mapadali yung pag-drive nila ng screw. So, yun yung magnetic induction. Okay? So, magnetic force, okay? Ano kaparehas niya? Kaparehas niya yung electrostatic force, di ba? The force of attraction between unlike poles and repulsion between like poles, directly proportional to the product of the magnetic pole strength. So, halos parehas na parehas siya ng electrostatic force. Okay? O, di ba? Inversely proportional din to the square of the distance between the poles. Okay, magnetic field strength. Okay. The SI unit is Tesla. Older unit ay Gauss. Okay? Kaya kapag tinutukoy natin kung gaano kalakas ang isang MRI machine, so we use Tesla. 0.5 Tesla, 1 Tesla, 1.5 Tesla, 2 Tesla, and 3 Tesla. Yung Gauss, malaki kasi masyado ang sukat ng Gauss. Okay, so kapag ginamit mo yung Gauss, parang papatak yan ng uh, mga tens of thousands ang isang Tesla. Okay? So, ayan. Yun na, 1 Tesla is 10,000 gauss. Okay? So, electromagnetism, ang nag-discover niya is si Luigi Galvani. He observed that a dissected fraglet twitch when touched by two different metals. Okay? Electromagnetism, si Alessandro Volta. Okay? He contributed on the development of the battery. Oh, na tinawag na voltaic pile. Okay? So a copper zinc plate like a dogwood sandwich. So ito yung example or illustration ng voltaic pile. Siyempre, ito naman ay modern battery. Okay? Okay, so source of electromotive force, any device that converts some form of energy directly to electric energy. Oh. Ferromagnetic objects can be made into magnets by induction. So na-explain na natin yan kanina. Then, Hans Ørsted, ano ang kanyang kinontribute? He demonstrated that electricity can be used to generate magnetic fields. So therefore, dyan na yung electromagnet. Kasunod niya na yung electromagnets. So any charge in motion induces magnetic field. So yun yung sinabi natin in the beginning of our discussion sa magnetism, di ba? Okay, this is the right hand rule. It determines the direction of magnetic field. Okay. So makikita nyo, di ba? Sabi natin na yung current ay opposite ng electron or ng flow of electron, di ba? So kung makikita nyo rin sa illustration naman, yung magnetic field niya is umiikot sa baba. At the same time, makikita nyo yung kanyang sign. Okay? Ba't ko ba tinuturo yung monitor? Okay? Yung sign niya ito, yung current niya pataas, di ba? Yung magnetic imaginary lines. So, from the North Pole or positive charge, papunta sa South Pole or negative charge. Diba? Paulit-ulit lang siya. Pag ganun siya. Pag ganun. Okay? Paulit-ulit. Yung magnetic field, ito, yung current niya is pag ganun. Kaya, kapag may hawak kayo na stick, kung susundan nyo yung kamay, di ba? Magnetic field, yung apat na daliri, current yung thumb, pataas. Okay? Siya yung right hand rule. Okay? Magnetic field, ito yung direction. Diba? Yung direction niya, pag ganun. So, pag ganun. Then yung current niya is upwards. Pag ganun. Okay? Clear ba? Yan. Ito yung example. Example ng electromagnet. Electromagnet is produced by wrapping a coil sa isang metal, tapos padadaluhin yung electricity at magkakaroon na siya ng magnetic field. So, electromagnet, a current carrying coil of wire wrap around a iron coil. So, yan yung coil. It intensifies the induced magnetic field. Okay? So, yung current, makikita pa rin natin, pataas. Diba? Then, so, advantage ng electromagnet, magnetic field can be adjusted or turned on and off. Siyempre, pag kinatok mo yung power, yung electricity, mawawala yung magnetic field. Pag hininaan mo yung power, hihina yung magnetic field. Okay. Here comes Michael Faraday. Bukod sa siya ang nag-design ng Faraday cage, so he observed that the current in a changing magnetic field. So, kung ito daw yung magnet, diba? Sabi natin, stationary, hindi siya nagpro-produce ng hindi siya nagpro-produce ng magnetic field. Ngayon, pag ginalaw-galaw siya, okay, nag-produce siya ng iba't ibang strength ng magnetic field, at the same time, nag-produce din siya ng electric charge or electric field. Kaya kung makikita nyo, gumalaw yung ammeter. Okay? So yan yung experiment ni Michael Faraday. So Faraday's law. Okay, the Faraday's first electromagnetic law states that any change in magnetic field of a coil of wire will cause an EMF to be induced in the coil. Ano yung EMF? Electromagnetic frequency. Okay. So Faraday's first law. The magnitude of the endorsed current depends on four factors. Okay? The strength of magnetic field, the velocity of the magnetic field as it moves past the conductor. So yung bilis ng paggalaw ng magnet, di ba kanina? Okay? So nakaka-apekto siya sa magnitude o sa lakas ng current na ma-produce. The angle of the conductor to the magnetic field. Ano yung angle? Kung siya ba ay maliliit ang coil, malalaki ang coil, And of course, syempre, kung maliliit at malalaki ang coil, the number of turns in the conductor. Kung ilan yung paikot niyang bilang. Ngayon, lahat itong apat na to nakakaapekto sa amount na ma-produce na current or sa lakas ng daloy ng current. Okay? May question? May question ba? Okay, so uh, stop na muna tayo dito. So, on Thursday, we will continue with the discussion of the transformer and hanggang sa matapos yung X-ray circuit, X-ray tube circuit, um, saka yung mga causes kung bakit nagkakaroon ng X-ray tube failure. Yan. Di-discuss natin yun next meeting. And on Friday, you will be having a quiz regarding dito sa topic natin sa topic next meeting. Hindi tayo mag-meet for junior internship on Friday kasi kailangan ko pupunta ng Lucena. Pero sure na pupunta ako Lucena. Hindi pa lang sure kung paano ako pupunta Lucena. Okay. Ayun. Minute na ba kayo ni Sir Sherwin? Hindi kayo minute kanina? Ay, ganun. Pero dated kanina yung ano, di ba? Yung pinost niya.